Welcome to Off Top. My name is Dylan Wilson, and today I've got a bone to pick with you 6-0 truthers. Now, I'm a LeBron fan, so trust me, I've heard it all. They told me LeBron will never beat Jordan. 3-6 ain't better than 6-0. Jordan went undefeated in the finals. You can't be the GOAT with 6 finals losses. Now, don't get me wrong. 6-0 is amazing, but it's the 6 championships that make it amazing. The and part doesn't do anything for me because Jordan didn't just play 6 years. 6-0 doesn't take into account all the years he couldn't even reach the finals. If LeBron were to finish his career with a 6-6 record, for example, that would be far and away more impressive than 6-0 because 6 championships and 12 appearances is better than 6 championships and 6 appearances. It's that simple. But there's even LeBron fans that would rather him lose before the finals than make it all the way there and add another loss to his record. Now, what kind of sense does that make? Winning 3 playoff series is better than winning anything less than that. Getting to the finals is better than losing before them. But finals records has programmed us to believe otherwise. Speaking of which, Jordan has lost in the first round 3 times. LeBron, never. LeBron did miss the playoffs 3 times. The first 2 years of his career and his first year with the Lakers where he tore his groin. He won 35, 42, and 37 games those years. Jordan made the playoffs his first 3 years with 38, 30, and 40 wins. 6 less wins overall than the 3 years LeBron missed the playoffs. So in a small way, you're already seeing how LeBron has done more than Jordan, but has experienced less success than him, which will be the theme moving forward. When you add context to the conversation, it's easy to see why Jordan went undefeated in the finals and LeBron didn't. Jordan only faced 9 Hall of Famers in the finals. LeBron, 29. LeBron on average faced more than twice as many Hall of Famers per appearance than Jordan. But maybe that's counterweighted by all the help LeBron has received throughout his career. I mean, we've all heard about all these super teams LeBron has played on. So let's take a look at something. Going by All-Star team, All-NBA team, and All Defensive team selections, here's the help LeBron and Jordan had when they were in the finals. And as you can see, Scottie Pippen was as steady of help as any player could ever ask for. And on the flip side, in 2007, LeBron had nobody, not a single All-Star, nothing. I mean, look at these rosters. The NBA is the only league that punishes you for carrying trash cans to the finals. Even in 2018, Kevin Love was an all-star, but by reserve. And they were going up against the KD Warriors. Take a look at this picture. This was a real graphic. It's easy to see why LeBron's been the underdog in 7 out of 9 finals. Now I'm bouncing around, but bear with me. In 2014, LeBron technically had 2 all-stars on his team. But LeBron damn near doubled their combined production. People so badly want to believe LeBron with 2 other superstars got blown off the court in record margin. But that's just disingenuous. With Wade and Bosh falling off like they did, they were far from a big 3 at that point, and they had no chance against the Spurs. But I know that doesn't fit the agenda. And then the next year, Kyrie broke his kneecap in Game 1. So, again, LeBron had nobody. And they also lost in 2017 to the Kevin Durant Warriors. But there isn't a team in NBA history that would have beat them in a 7-game series. But of course, they still count those losses against LeBron. The only loss I hold against them is 2011 against the Mavs. It was his biggest failure. But I can't help but notice, y'all love that quote from Jordan about failing over and over and over again, and that is why he succeeds. But y'all hate LeBron for living it. 2011 happened, yes. But so did everything after it. And can we take a moment to appreciate the run that Mavs team went on? They beat the LaMarcus Aldridge Blazers, the back-to-back defending champion Kobe Bryant Lakers, the 3 future MVP Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden Thunder, and the big 3 LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh Heat. That is a monster playoff run. They had Dirk, Jason Terry, Jason Kidd, Caron Butler, Sean Marion, Tyson Chandler, J.J. Barea. They were this team of savvy vets just running zone defense, raining threes, and wrecking the league. And what's crazy is that was the worst team LeBron faced in the finals. So let's try to imagine what would have happened if LeBron and Jordan switched teams. If LeBron played on those 90s Bulls teams with Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson, and Dennis Rodman for the last three, he would have went 6-0 too. Maybe even 8-0, because he wouldn't have retired. And yes, 6'9", 250-pound athletic freak LeBron James would have survived the 90s. The people saying LeBron wouldn't survive the physicality of the 90s be the same people saying LeBron has no moves, all he does is outmuscle people. But don't take it from me.
I'm starting to hate everyone in the 90s that played basketball, that whole group, because they just think they shit don't stink.
Right.
Like, you got, Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, both 6'7", both weigh 210. Talking about they're going to stop somebody in today's game. Like,
Nah.
6'7", 210, like, you are a little guard in today's game. You guys are little guys. Like,
But that's every 10 years the game
yeah,
changes.
that's what I said. They have no idea about evolution. It's like they don't take evolution
I always have these debates with my friends. I was like, bro, can you imagine dropping LeBron in the 75? Like, just drop LeBron now that you know in 75. I was like, bro, he win 15 championships in a row.
It's like
bro.
dropping
Like,
Superman in
Yeah,
Metropolis.
that's what I said. And they sit there and
you
say,
take the worst player that you can think of in your head in the NBA and put him on in 68.
Yeah, that's just it's like they forget evolution. So they're like, well, this game's soft. They flop too much.
I think it's more skill.
I said, no, that's the skill. You ever talk to somebody? It's like the 90s was like the best thing, like Michael Jackson, Prince, like the music was better. Like, motherfucker, everything wasn't better in the 90s. Like you motherfuckers, like, we played defense. No, y'all fucking didn't. You just hacked motherfuckers y'all couldn't
Hack
stop.
the shit out of him, yeah.
That's all you did. You hacked motherfuckers you couldn't stop. You couldn't stop Jordan, so you just clotheslined the motherfucker. That's all you did. Like I can't stop you because you're so much better than me, so I'm just gonna foul you and hope you don't come in this motherfucker. That ain't defense, bro. That ain't defense. Like you can get that shit at the beach. You can get that shit at the beach, motherfucker. The mailman does that. He can't stop none of these motherfuckers out there, so he just tripping and clipping motherfuckers all day talking about, this 90s basketball. That's all the motherfuckers is doing, man. It's fucking stupid. Like, fuck up.
If Jordan played on LeBron's teams, he'd be 3-6 in the finals as well. Only difference being Jordan would have won in 2011 but lost in 2016. LeBron had to lead both teams in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks for the entire series just to give him a chance against the 73-win Warriors. LeBron's the only player in NBA history to do that. Jordan would have lost that series. And I'm not even so sure Jordan would have made the playoffs in 2007 or 2018. He was 1-9 in the playoffs without Scottie Pippen, and those Cavs teams had trash for rosters. But for the sake of argument, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Now I'm about to get real nerdy here, but it's cool because I made my girl promise she won't leave me. Because while I was crunching numbers, I came up with a way to quantify their individual performances. This one I dubbed Impact Score. We add up their points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks per game into a single number, and it tells us who produced the most for their team over that entire series. For example, in 2015, LeBron averaged 35.8, 13.3, 8.8, 1.3, and 0.5. Add up all those numbers, and you get 59.4. By my count, that's the second most productive finals performance ever, just behind Shaq's 60.7 in 2000. On average, LeBron's impact score over his entire NBA Finals career is 48.4, slightly better than Jordan's 48.2. If you exclude LeBron's anomaly of a series in 2011, his average impact score is 50.2, but it's still better even with it. Now let's try to calculate how much help each guy had. I dubbed this one Help Score, and I'm open for suggestions, by the way. But for this one, the formula is your entire team's points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks per game, minus the impact score. For example, in the 2017 Finals, the Cavs averaged 114.8, 43.6, 21.6, 7.2, and 3.6. Add all those numbers up, and you get 190.8. Now you subtract LeBron's 2017 impact score, which was 58.0. That leaves you with 132.8. That's how much production LeBron's teammates contributed in the 2017 Finals. And over the course of their NBA Finals careers, LeBron had an average help score of 120.2. Jordan had an average score of 125.3, which means, on average, Jordan had more help over his career in the finals than LeBron did. But that still doesn't tell the whole story. This one, I dubbed the competition score. It's the opponent's points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks per game minus your team's help score. For example, the 2017 Warriors averaged 121.6, 45.8, 29.4, 7.6, and 4.4. Add all those numbers up, and you get 208.8. Now, you subtract LeBron's 2017 help score, which was 132.8. You're still with me, right? That gives you 76.0, which basically means, in order to draw even with the 2017 Warriors, LeBron would have had to maintain a 76.0 impact score for the entire series just to give him a chance to win, which is pretty much humanly impossible. A 76.0 stat line would look like 50 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal per game. So even though the Cavs had a massive help score in 2017, it ultimately meant nothing because they weren't even close to beating the Warriors, even with LeBron going crazy and becoming the only player to average a triple-double in the finals. On the flip side, Jordan could have averaged 23, 0, 0, 0, and 0, and would have done enough to outproduce the Supersonics. Over their NBA Finals careers, LeBron had an average competition score of 57.0. Jordan had an average of 37.2. It's not even close who's had the tougher competition. So in summary, the numbers all say LeBron has performed better, has had less help, and has had far tougher competition in the NBA Finals. I ain't even gonna lie. Finals record arguments looking kind of funny once you add context to it. You're either being lazy or willfully ignorant if you know all this and you're still using them. But that's it. The first 2 videos were Cowboys related, so I wanted to switch it up here and do something different. And I want y'all to know, if you think Jordan is better than LeBron, that's cool, that's your prerogative. It's a fun, never-ending debate. But I need you 6-0 truthers to step your material up. I don't want to hear nothing about finals records, 90s physicality, jumping teams, none of that nonsense. Keep it strictly about basketball, and you'll see why LeBron's the GOAT. Thank you all for watching Off Top. My name is Dylan Wilson. Have a good one. Peace.